Can you look at the camera? You're so cute. Okay, sorry for the brief interruption. My helper will be sniffing throughout the entire video, I think. We shall see. So, hi, hello, my name is Tiana. Welcome back. This is gonna be a fantasy recommendations video, but before I get into that, as always, my Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads are all linked down below. And while you're down there, you wanna get out? And while you're down there, you'll see that there are ways to support me and my channel. I have a GoFundMe for school, I have an Amazon wishlist, and my Cash App is always there. Let's get into the fantasy recommendations. A quick note, as we progress in the video, so does the commitment for each show and book, so let's just hop right in. First recommendation. I read this series over the summer. It's a duology, and it is a desert-inspired fantasy that just pulls at the fucking heartstrings. We have found family, we have mommy issues but daddy issues boy who's hurting on the inside but wants to love so hard on the outside. It was so good. I was texting Sel from on the book sale, and they were just like, just wait, because you're already up here, you're just gonna blow your lid off by the second book. And I did. The audiobooks were freaking phenomenal. Like, I don't know what else to say. We're going on a quest to save magic. Who doesn't want that? So without further ado, We Hunt the Flame duology by Hafasa Fazil. Listen, I loved it. I want more of this. Can we have more YA books like this, please and thank you? I'm not gonna say much about it. Just enjoy the quest, enjoy the magic, enjoy the Zoomra, aka found family, and you will be entertained, okay? Second recommendation. This show only has 2 seasons, and it was produced by MTV. Then, like most fantasy shows, if you don't have the budget, you're not gonna have longevity. Sci-Fi then picked it up for the 2nd season. Did not get picked up for a 3rd season, and then now Netflix has the rights to stream it. That is the Shannara Chronicles. The Shannara Chronicles show picks up on book 2. The first book follows our main character's father. And in the second book, and then in the 1st season, we follow Will Shannara. His dad was an epic warrior for the clan kingdom. I don't know. I read the book I was in middle school when I read the book, okay? And here we are now. Many years later, I feel old, and we are experiencing a world that's lacking for magic. Our main character has these elven stones that have not been used, and only he really can wield the power of the elven stones. And the show really depicts this like urban fantasy, but dystopian, and I haven't seen that done before per se in a way that appealed to my taste, and this show surely did. So go enjoy some enemies to lovers. Go enjoy some ancient druid who's just sick of the young folks being young folks. It's good. Go watch it. Enjoy. Third recommendation. Now listen. Do you remember my video where I had books I had to read before 2021? A whole year later, and I have finished this book, The Gilded Wolves Trilogy. Broke me. Did I take 3 years reading the first book and then speed read through Silver Serpents? I sure fucking did, okay? Because there is a good reason for that, and I can't go into all that much. There is a cast of found family. There is a magic order who wants to control these lost artifacts of like Egyptian lore, and they're going on a heist, and the stakes get higher and higher and higher. We have an unsuspected ally who was an enemy, and there's just so much going on. I think you will love it if you are a fan of historical fanfare, magic realism. You'll enjoy yourself, cry, want to punch Severin, and then love him again. So go enjoy. I'm not gonna say too much of the gang. I think it's fun experiencing the gang as you meet them. Just know that we have a master hoteler who was cast out of his family because of reasons, and I can't get into those reasons, but go find out reasons in this lovely trilogy. And I just love, like, look at these covers. The first one is The Gilded Wolves. The second one is The Silvered Serpents. And guess what? She's blue. Look. Blue, okay? And then you have the Horus Eye that you can't see all that well, but she's there and she's square. Following the Silvered Serpents, you have the Bronze Beast. Just look at that. She's gorgeous. I want more of her. Fourth recommendation. My next recommendation, it's still low commitment. There's only 1 season, and I believe it was a manga, and it got adapted into a cartoon on the US. And listen, she's good. She's amazing. Like, and you can watch these all on YouTube. all of them. And if not, there are websites for you to find these shows, okay? Oh, Del Toro Quest. Del Toro Quest is a one season about our young boy named Leaf, and at the age of 16, he is forced to go on a quest to find the 7 stones of Del Toro. And oddly enough, Del Toro, the name, is spelled after each stone. Diamond, emerald, lapis lazuli, topaz, opal, ruby, and what's the A? I forgot. Amber? Maybe? Not sure. But a magic world that is so easy to digest. It's like Avatar, but make it epic fantasy with more monsters. Like, it's just so good. Again, we have our main character, Leaf. He set out on a quest to find the 7 stones. He's then accompanied by his mentor, forgot his name. Not important. Just know that he has a nice beard, long hair, and a gruff voice, and I was in for. And then our side character, Jasmine. She's the girl of the forest. She can speak to the trees, and she has her crow, and I just love it. I need everyone to go watch it because this show was on Cartoon Network, and I feel like it was a fever dream. So I'm bringing you all in my dream sequence so we can all experience it and hallucinate together. 5th recommendation, this should not be a surprise to you. This is my favorite fantasy series of all time at this present moment. Just the way that this author is able to create an overarching arc and not drop the ball. Like, the plot continuously keeps going. You are always entertained. There's always a new element added that's not distracting from what's going on while you're in that scene. And I'm just impressed because it's hard for people to do that. I'm pointing at you, Cassandra Clare. Those books are big for no goddamn reason. These books, where it is a 5-book long commitment, they're all under 400, 300 pages. And the text is big. That's what she said. I'm well aware. It's the Witchland series by Susan Dennard. I have a video on Witch Shadow, which came out recently this year, and the other ones I didn't have a channel yet, but just know that there will be videos of each book coming out in this series. So our first book, Truth Witch, and the audiobook is phenomenal. Oh my god. I don't know how else to describe this book. So our main character, Safi, is a Truth Witch, and Truth Witch magic hasn't ever been, it's been seen before, but millions of years ago. And it's a very vied after power because imagine what a government, a kingdom could do with truth witchery. They could detect who their enemies are, maneuver their way to the top, and that creates an imbalance. There always should be a balance, I feel like, in, you know, poly worlds and fantasy. So her uncles have then taken her in to try and train her, make her into like a lethal weapon so she can defend herself, because she's going to become a target one day for these nations because of the 100-year truce that is now coming to an end. So after the war, there was a 100 years truce that now it's fair game to find anybody. And guess what? Your greatest asset in war, a spy, a Truth Witch spy. So I really can't say much more about this. There is an underlying plot of a dark power looming ahead, but also the forefront of the plot is there's pirates going on, there's political intrigue, there's a romance that I need more of, and just go enjoy it, okay? So we can go on this roller coaster ride together. After Truth Witch, we have Wind Witch. Following Wind Witch is a novella that you should read before Blood Witch. Blood Witch was so good, was so good. Again, you need to read this before you get to here. After you've done that, you have Witch Shadow, which, you know, there's a whole video discussion on my channel that you can go watch and enjoy, and we can discuss in the comment section down below. Recommendation number 6. This show is my favorite show of all time. And I mean that with my full, I'm saying this with my full chest, okay? This show, the tagline when I first heard about it was Chronicles of Narnia meets Game of Thrones. And I will say that is true to an extent of the Chronicles of Narnia part. The world is very Chronicles of Narnia-esque. And then you have the adultification that Game of Thrones has that makes this show its own in its own right. It is a magical realism show where our main character Q is going on an interview to be an accounting major at, let's say at Princeton, I believe it was for Princeton, and his interviewer is dead upon arrival. He's like, what the hell? Then he sees a manuscript for the last book that never got published in his favorite series, Fillory and Further. We then learn that Fillory is real. Magic is real. And Quentin, who was clinically and chronically depressed, he was obsessing over Fillory well into his adulthood, where it was like, dude, like, no. So when he learns that magic is real and that he's not alone in his feelings of like, I feel out of place here, he then comes to accept his place at Brakefields University, where he can adapt his magic skills. But then guess what? Fillory's in danger. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that, because season 1 is slow, yes, but once you get past season 2, you're in it. You're in it to fucking win it, and it's amazing. We have a found family that is very dysfunctional but functional at the same time. Alice, Jade, Penny, just, oh, my heart. Like, it's so good, and everyone to go watch this. It was picked up by Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi did all 5 seasons, then it got canceled at the last, and then it didn't get renewed for season 6, but there's hope for season 6. I got fingers crossed, like I'm hoping for season 6. There's like news outlets like mentioning it, so we'll see what happens. Just know that if it ever comes out, I want to be invited to something. I love that show to fucking death. It is amazing. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, all linked down below. Ways to support me, my channel, linked down below as always. And if you didn't know, I'm the co-host of a book club. The Discord and the live shows are all linked down below. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!